Good morning, good afternoon, hey guys, what's up peeps? Hello from Chicago, and so glad to have you all here today. Are all things I've said when logging onto a Zoom meeting every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Well, I know this isn't the most ideal way to start everyone's Saturday. For me, it's one of the highlights of my week. Before we get too far though, let me tell you something about myself. I am one of the most talkative people you will ever meet. Just ask my friends about our late night FaceTime calls, where they'll be trying to fall asleep and act like they're in such a deep dream just to make me be quiet and go to bed and stop talking. Because of my talkative personality, over quarantine, I was really bored. I missed talking to my friends, talking to my parents, and I just missed being in a group setting altogether. Luckily for me, I was able to join an internship with Open Lands, a nature conservation organization here in Lake Forest. Through this internship, I was able to meet some really cool people, such as Stephanie. Stephanie and I are both very talkative people. We got along great. We both had ideas about how we could influence the environment in a positive way. Well, Stephanie had an idea for some sort of teen water group. And me, being the talkative person that I am, decided, well, hey, why don't we talk for 4 hours? I know it seems excessive, right? But actually from that, we were forming a relationship that would end up lasting us over 2 years and doing some pretty amazing things. 2 months after that conversation, bam, Water Solutionaries was born. Water Solutionaries is a global teen group to talk about water problems both here in America and in countries all over the world. We started with just about 10 people, mostly from Uganda and here in the Midwest in America. But why water though? Yes, it's fun to play in. I do enjoy a bit of paddleboarding myself. But most importantly, it's something that keeps us alive no matter what race, ethnicity, religion, or sexual orientation you might be. Let's see a show of hands who has drank water in the last 48 hours. Now, if you don't have your hand up, see me after the show. I want to know how you're still functioning. But most importantly, we made a teen water group specifically because we are the future of our environment. We are the ones who will make these decisions. Well, we started to get these meetings going, and soon we noticed the obvious problem with technology. One of our Ugandan correspondents, Trevor, was a very energetic guy. He would join every single meeting going, "Good morning, hello," or as they say in Haiti, bonjour, because it's French. But most importantly, he wouldn't be able to join the meetings because of his technology, because of his internet. Soon, some of the other Ugandans started having the same problems as well. Eventually, the American correspondents and I realized that we could help too. We could make a difference. So we started brainstorming. We started forming open and non-judgmental relationships that would ultimately lead us to solve this problem. We ended up buying technology that was both reliable and could operate on low bandwidth internet. But that's not the part I want to focus on. Yes, we did solve the problem at hand. Most importantly, we developed these relationships that would last us a lifetime and lead us to do some really amazing things. This type of relationship was not new to me, though. This type of open and non-judgmental, we have it every single day in our lives. We have it with our parents, our friends, even people we meet across the street. But it was so weird to experience this type of big, open group that with kids that were nowhere near me. I have a friend who I've made at Water Solutionaries all the way in Egypt, another one all the way in Alaska, and then I have about 15 all the way in Uganda. Well, with more and more teens starting to join and more ideas in our discussion, we started some really cool projects. We were able to start a water tap sanitation project where we were able to clean up 75% of our water taps in a Ugandan refugee village. We're also able to successfully start and complete a sanitation project for women in both Uganda and here in Midwestern America. Well, with these new ideas and new projects being started, being completed, and this exponential growth of water solutionaries, we were invited to speak at COP26, the world's largest environmental conference, and had notable names like Greta Thunberg, President Joe Biden, and I'm sure all of our favorite, the Queen of England. Being able to speak at COP26 was not only just a dream, it was, is my life even real moment? Being able to speak at COP26 was possible because of these relationships I've formed, because of the support of my friends and family, and most importantly, because of the global connections I had made with kids all the way in Uganda and all the way in Egypt. If it weren't for that one day of me sitting on my bed doing absolutely nothing, applying for some internship my friend told me about a couple days before, I would have never been able to speak at COP26, give up to 5 presentations across the North Shore every single month, or be able to speak in front of all of you. If it weren't for those relationships I made on a Zoom call with kids from around the world, I would have never realized there was a girl in Uganda that had the same first name as me, same favorite book, same favorite animal, even the same color. If it weren't for that hot July day with talking with a woman I barely met for a little over 4 hours, I would have never been able to change my life. So I'm asking all of you, please be as talkative as humanly possible. Please make that relationship with someone you never thought to make. Please just listen to their ideas, listen to their experiences. You can collaborate, and maybe, who knows, something like this might happen to you too. Thank you.